Never forget, this is just Platinum Explosion, and you're here, about to listen to Dylan.
What would you say if I said, I'm not even going to use the theme tune. I'm just going to open the show with that.
I'm happy. That's fine.
And then I'll just put the theme song now.
Wow, that's a tremendous looking trophy.
What's up, buddy? Welcome to the #1 PlayStation podcast in the Oceanics. I am your host, Dylan Blight. Joining me today, Ciaran Marchant, opening with a solid tune.
Solid tune. I am back at it with the 2018 bangers.
Now, I want to open the first show of the year by coming clean. Just coming clean to our loyal listeners. The last 3 episodes of this show were pre-recorded. Now, you would have found this out if you listened to the end of the last episode. However, those 3 episodes were such a shit show weirdness. Put it this way. The last episode, as in last week's episode, was recorded like a month ago. We recorded the last of the backup episodes first, for some reason, and then the other ones, and then it was like a weird thing. Michael always tweets out this is like a wrestling show. It was like talking about canon, like Ciaran gets hit by a car, but then we're recording the episodes before that, after that, so it's like, would he actually be alive to record this?
I should be in hospital right now, right?
So
like when we recorded for Christmas Eve.
We literally had a conversation like, well, no, you could be here for this episode because, like, we could be recording this before you go get in your car accident. These are legit conversations we had.
My favorite bit, when I was listening back to the shit show that was last week's episode, was Nick randomly being like, guys, on December 4th, I burnt my finger.
he did good. He did really, really good.
He did so well. But
before we start recording that episode, he's like, I burnt my finger today. And then he was smart enough while recording to be like, remember weeks ago when I burnt my finger? So this is the first air quotes official episode of Platinum Explosion. The first one we're actually recording in 2018. So I can't remember. Did last week, as in like a month ago, did we say Happy New Year?
I think so.
Welcome to 2018, like officially, because I'm actually like a part of it now.
I'd also like to take this moment to everybody knows I am fine. There was no car accident. I have all my fingers. I'm not in a wheelchair.
That was a really weird bit.
That was a really weird bit. It got really dark.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about life. But it's fine.
Dear God.
And Dylan and me are best friends, by the way. People remember that. Dylan and me, best friends. The bestest of friends. Pals, buddies, old chaps. No murder plans for 2018, people. I promise you that.
That's a good point. Do you actually just give up on their murder plans?
Do I? Or
don't spoil everything on the first episode
I don't know.
Of the year.
Have I gone full meta? Should you be still looking over your shoulder even more than normal? But we're best friends, bud, so you don't need to worry about that with me.
Oh my God. All right. So we was on Explosion Network holidays for 3 weeks. So we dusted off the mics to record this episode. 3 weeks without podcasting when you do a lot of podcasting, like every week weird. For the majority of since February. 3 weeks was a long time. It was really weird.
It was really odd. It was, I didn't have to look at Dylan's face very often.
If ever.
Bizarre. There was nothing.
Oh, there was that one time we played Star Wars, I think. Was that
one time we played
Christmas
Star Wars,
Eve?
and then there was also the best moment of my New Year's Eve. Was a video phone call I received. Where if you want to watch the shenanigans of Drunken Dylan, there's a Twitch stream going on at that time where Jack partakes in this phone call, and it is ridiculous.
To be fair, I had no idea Jack was streaming. The moment in that, if you go find this, it's like 40-something minutes into Jack's New Year's Eve stream. There's like 5 minutes into that conversation where he's like, oh, Michael says Drunk Dylan's so good, and I'm like, how does he know? I was like looking over my shoulder like, how does he fucking know? And Jack's like, I'm streaming. I'm like, oh.
This was why Dylan was like randomly sat outside in a garden by himself. Everybody else had gone inside.
I don't know what else you do on New Year's Eve.
I don't know. I was chilling with the doggo.
I was chilling in the garden beds. I don't know what else you want me to say. Let's talk about video games. Or not. Who really cares?
Do we? Do we do that? Yeah, let's do that. I'm cool with that. I'm excited.
3 weeks holidays. Did you do much gaming? And what did you play?
Yes. I played a lot of Overwatch. 'Cause
Really?
That's who I am now. Yeah, I'm really
Did
loving
you
Overwatch.
fall off that League of Legends train
I was
without
like,
me?
well, I don't have fun playing League without you. So I was like, I have friends that play Overwatch, and I started playing Overwatch, and I really enjoy the crap out of that game. It's really fun. So I started playing Overwatch.
You know, over the holidays, I kept seeing people on Twitter be like, "I'm fucking deleting this game or uninstalling it." Like people just being like,
It's
"Community too
equivalent
toxic."
to it's the same feeling people have for League and Dota. Like
Yeah.
people uninstall and they'll come back. You know, characters get nerfed into the ground, but they're still good. They're still cancer picks. You know, it's a MOBA, but it's a first-person shooter, and I really enjoy it. On PC though, not on PlayStation. Sorry guys, but my PlayStation is starting to get love because things. What did you play? Did you play anything?
Well, we can jump into the plans because basically everything, the majority of everything I played leads into basically all I want to talk about and tackle. Because, ladies and gentlemen, as long-time listeners or short-time fucking listeners, let's be honest, or anyone who just follows us on Twitter should know. Actually, anyone who just listened to what Ciaran just said about fucking playing games on PC. I'm the PlayStation guy, air quotes, I play old consoles, but whatever. PC too. I'm the PlayStation guy. Ciaran has a PlayStation. He's not like a hardcore
It's here.
PlayStation. He was considered the Xbox guy of the Explosion Network, to be
That's
real.
what I do.
Hey, I put out my challenge. I'm like, I'm starting the year at 120 platinums. I'm going to reach 160 platinums by the end of the year. Ciaran comes in. He's like, I'm not a trophy hunter, but I'm going to set one. Steps up to the plate, ladies and gentlemen.
I do indeed.
Steps up
Bring
to
in
the
all
plate.
of you other members of the Explosion Network that are PlayStation fanboys but won't step up to
They're
the
actually,
mark.
oh shit. What was Jack's? I'll set one. I'll get one.
Jack will get one.
As fuck. Jono's like, I have 0 plans. Tom's like, I don't know, hopefully a couple would be good. I spend literally every waking moment of my day playing my Vita, but I'll set 0 platinum goals. Y'all have no commitment. 0 commitment.
Well, Tom's on the XCOM grind. Like that's like
gave up
Tom
to that,
has this thing where he seems to be a very, I don't know if obsessive is the right word.
It is the
but
right
like,
word. It is the right word.
It is
He is obsessive,
very obsessive. Like he
compulsive
plays
gamer.
one game,
Yes.
like, non-stop. Like he played the freaking Dynasty Warriors on Vita,
For like
there was
6 years.
Yeah, for like 6 years, and now he's on XCOM all the time. And because he had some time at home where he was just like, I should not play XCOM, but I'm still going to play XCOM. That's all he did, and bloody hell.
He could
Problem is,
never get
XCOM
into
2, it's much
he's
better.
the perfect example of someone who could never get into like League of Legends or anything like that.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
Because those games
Imagine
fuck
that.
with my like addictive personality type thing. That's
Got to get good though.
That's why
man.
they
You gotta
fucked me
get
for
good.
so long.
There's numbers and skins.
Yeah, the percentages, your win-loss rate, your rank, it's just like, it fucks you. One more game.
Yeah, I'll just play a bit more. I'll play a bit more.
fucking
I'm on
terrible.
tilt. Yeah, I'll still play a bit
So everyone
more.
else is shit. Ash, I think maybe got his first platinum last year. I don't know if that's 100% true, but I know he platinumed Horizon. I know he doesn't have many, but he's not a platinum hunter. And obviously Nick would make Nick's joke that he's set the same goals every other year, which is 0.
Well, he can't really platinum a game when he's got Escape
unless
from
they
Tarkov.
port Escape from Tarkov to PS4.
Oh God.
It's not going to happen.
People
You could not
of-
play that game on PS4.
Sony don't allow it. Don't do it, Sony. You'll ruin our podcast if it happens.
So I set my goal. Yeah, start the year at 120.
So what's yours total? So yours is 49 plats. This
49 plats this year. I've already got 10.
You already got 10?
We're on the 8th today.
What have you done?
I've got 10, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow,
Now, to
Dylan.
be fair, I was going to make, throughout the rest of the year, whenever we do hashtag every trophy counts in a normal show. Today's not a normal show. It's just like we're just going to talk about a bunch of trophies because there's fuck all else happening. And we've set trophy goals. And the show's called Platinum Explosion. We're going to spend today talking about trophies. If you don't care, come back next week. Fuck off. Bye. Love you.
Stay, please. I like you.
To be fair, I did tee up, if you will, a couple of these going into New Year. So the last week of the year, December, whatever, through to the 31st, like I played South Park Fractured Butthole. I was playing a lot of that game. Like, I should just finish this game. I was just planning to finish it because I never finished the first one. And I was like, oh, this is pretty easy platinum, actually. I should plat it. Especially if I'm going to set my freaking platinum goal. I should plat this game. And I got up to where I only needed one more trophy, and I just stopped playing it for like the 3 days, and then I platted it on the first, so it could count. See, I wasn't going to move my goal. This is just like style points. It's not like if I got that, I would have started the year on 121. My goal would have still stayed 169, but it's just like I was starting the year at a nice 120 and then aiming up, you know. So it's just like I'll leave it right there. So I'm just going to go through what I have platted. Every other episode throughout the rest of the year, if I've platted a game that week, we will be talking about it, and I'll tell you if it's easy or not, and what the struggles are in the hashtag every trophy count segment, which is, if you haven't listened to the show before, end of the episode, hashtag every trophy counts. We go over trophy lists, see if they look easy or not, blah, 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 blah. We'll also be talking about the games I've platted in there, because just to keep everyone up to date with what's happening with the things. Also, before talking about South Park, I got this one last year, but I got that Accounting Plus Platinum.
Oh, you did?
I did.
How was that?
Fun. You will need a guide.
Good.
Because to get into the secret room, the secret level you do need to get into. And without a guide, I would have never figured out how to get into the secret level that they're like only 1% of players. So you obviously need a guide, and it'll take you like 2 playthroughs. However, it's fun. It's ridiculous. You get to hear a bunch of ridiculous jokes. If you own a PSVR, you should have picked that game up day one because it was like 20% off. So it's only like $15. But that was good platinum. So South Park, Fractured Butthole. I think it'll take you like somewhere between it took me a bit less than 25 hours. And compared to the first game, 0 missable trophy. Well, there is a missable trophy, but like there's 0 missable collectibles. The only trophy you can fuck up is you guys start the game on hardest difficulty, which I think I died once in the whole game, so I don't know, like, fuck knows if the difficulty even matters. And you got to play as a black character, and that makes 0 difference to, like...
0 difference.
It's just like, play as a black character on the hardest difficulty, and the trophy's called the token experience. That's the only trophy you can fuck up. If you start the game on the hardest difficulty, as a black character, play through the game, all the collectibles you can get later, doesn't matter. It's fun. If you like South Park, play that.
There is a moment as well. There's a moment where, like, after you like beat the final boss or something, you can change the difficulty. Then is that correct?
Yep. So the trophy I left to get last at the start of the year was the defeat them. You have to fight Morgan Freeman in Morgan Freeman's taco shop.
Yeah.
Morgan Freeman won't fight you if you're a black character. So you have to beat the whole game as a black character, and then you go change yourself to a white character, which you can do by talking to the PC
Go to the
dude
or
something like that.
Yeah.
And then you can just change the game down to the easiest difficulty, because Morgan Freeman has like 9,999 HP. And it's not like hard, but it's just like makes it easier, I suppose. But yeah, you can change it to easy after you do that. Good game though. Another 2 I popped at the start of the year was I had those My Name is Mayos sitting on my PlayStation. Hadn't been bothered to do those.
Yeah,
I've got
to do that one.
I got the PS4 and the Vita, so there's 2 easy platinums. Holy fucking shit. This is when you're like, people still use the description of like trophy whore, Hannah Montana platinum. I'm more proud of my Hannah Montana, the movie, the game, because
that took you time. Like, Hannah Montana still took time, right? It still took like,
and it had mini games in it, which I had one of them took me a good half an hour. Like, it required some skill. Like, I had to retry it. My Name is Mayo requires 0 skill. All you
press
do
a button, don't you?
is you click X a bunch of times, and then you'll see the trophies pop up, and then after a while, it'll stop popping trophies. You're like, cool, I've got to switch uniforms. You press square, you scroll down, and then it'll unlock like a bikini you put on the Mayo. I don't know why. I think it's telling a story in the background with the audio on. I played through the game twice. I did not have the audio on either times, because who gives a fuck, right? Who fucking cares about the story in this game? Do not care. Switch to bikini, tap another 200 times. By the time you finish the game, you've pressed X 10,000 times, I think is like what you've got to reach. When I did it on the Vita, it took me like a little bit over half an hour. When I did it on the PS4, I could tap faster because I was like holding I was like tapping the touch bar in the middle plus like X at the same time. So I was getting like an ultra like going. I think I did it in like under half an hour then. But that's just a shitstorm. Anytime someone's like Hannah Montana Platinum, I'm just going to be like, you can fuck right off. Like my name is Mayo. I feel way worse about having. However, you're on the trophy hunting scene this year. My name is Mayo.
Yeah, I am
half an
Mayor's on
hour.
my list. I am Mayor's on my list.
You don't own a Vita though, do you?
I do.
You
somewhere.
do?
I need to find it, but yeah, I've got it somewhere. If I really need to, I can just go steal my dad's.
Okay.
Whichever.
A Vita will make your trophy hunting this year a lot easier because of course
I
it's
don't
like
touch a Vita that much.
yeah, but of course it's like there's another my name is Mayo, easy plat, blah blah blah. You can double plat some games.
Suppose.
Another one that everyone online was saying was easy, but I struggled with more was this game called 36 Fragments of Midnight, which you play as like a little square blob or something. I don't fucking know. And there's 36 like collectibles in a randomly generated level with like saws and spikes and all sorts of shit. So it's just a platformer, but the hardest trophy was you have to collect all 36 in under 5 minutes. And my God, if I nearly didn't chuck my Vita out the window. I'm not even joking. I was like, your motherfuckers were selling me this game as like an easy platinum. And I was ready to
Was
chuck
everything
it out the
else
fucking
leading
window.
up to that point easy?
Yes. Like you
Everything
start the
else
game, it's
leading up
like
to that was easy?
hit a
Okay.
spike, gold trophy. Die to one of the other monsters in level, gold trophy. Die with one fragment in hand, die, gold trophy. I'm like, fucking gold's popping out my ass here. And then I got down to that last trophy for beating it in under 5 minutes. I'm like, yo, fuck me. I was ready just to be like, nah, fuck this fucking game. And I was like, I can't do that. It's possible. And I just sat on my bed, just zoned out. I think I did this on the first as well. So it's like on the first, I was just like, South Park, this twice. Just going crazy for and the Mayos. Oh, next one. There will be no other episode where I have 10 platinums to go through. And if
No,
there is,
because you've had this big long break where I haven't been making you do work.
you're correct, 100%.
Yeah, exactly.
Steins Gate is a Vita visual novel game. I fucking paid zero attention to the story. I paid attention enough to like understand what was happening, but like not enough to be like, that's my favorite character in the game, because I was just like reading the main parts.
Do you just have to keep pressing X? Do you have to do anything?
Yeah, you have to like follow a very in-depth walkthrough because like there's 12 different endings or something like that, and you've got to make certain character
Fair
decisions on certain days, and you have to make like 5 different save files and reload them back. It's complicated, but if you're following a guide, easy. It'll take you like 6 hours, so it's not like a half an hour easy thing. I was enjoying the story enough that it wasn't boring. I wasn't enjoying it enough to actually want to stop and spend 100 hours paying full attention to it, but it's fine. It's some time traveling story if time travel interests you. There is an anime of it, I believe, as well. If you prefer to watch the
Be a weeb.
animes.
Be a weeb.
Got the Guardians of the Galaxy Telltale. That game. Have you finished that yet?
Nope.
Okay.
I was on the either episode 4 or 5, and I've just not gone back.
I have such a
I don't know if
love-hate
I will go back on my Xbox. I might just, Telltale is my ace in the hole for this.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, oh, Ciaran, that's a lot of trophies for this year, and I'm like, well,
You just play
there's this
every Telltale
horde
game.
I've played every Telltale game on my Xbox. Like, there's this horde of Telltale games that I can just go through if I want to be that, cheap.
Do you reckon you'll be bored though?
No, some of them I will be, like Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones, I think I'd have to do while doing something else. Like maybe I might set up my PlayStation on a monitor and then have like Critical Role or some other like TV show going on in the background where I can just, kind of, oh crap, I better, realize something. As long as it's not like Wolf Among Us or anything where you kind of have to pay attention.
Yeah.
Yeah, Game of Thrones and stuff. And I think it's been long enough now that I could play through Walking Dead again and be okay with it because I love The Walking Dead Season 1 especially. And I think I'm okay as a gamer now that, for me, I was always a bit of not a perfectionist, but, I cared about my boy Kenny. My boy Kenny. Cared about that guy. And so every other time I've played through Walking Dead Season 1, I've always been on Kenny's side of everything. Been like, yeah, Kenny.
Pretty sure, spoilers, I killed that motherfucker at the end of season 2.
I also killed him at the end of season 2. Spoilers, but
been a
yeah.
while.
So I think maybe I don't know. Maybe depends. It'll
I've
be
got
interesting.
Walking Dead season 1 on PS4. I've owned it. I brought it on sale like over a year ago with full intentions of
I was
like,
looking at that
replaying.
Telltale bundle.
Yeah,
I was looking at the Telltale bundle on sale at the minute. I was like,
I got Walking Dead season 1 and 2 on PS4 because at the time I couldn't figure out how to get my. I didn't think they were gonna allow you to like transfer your save from PS3 before season 3 came out. They did. I'd already brought Walking Dead season 1 again with intentions of just replaying it because I'd rather replay the whole game than like at the start of season 3 do some like what decisions did you like that type of
go back and
Mass
tap
Effect
stuff
comic
Yep.
type setup. So I've got it. So now that's the reason I haven't played Walking Dead season 3 yet is because I'm like, I could transfer my save or I could just replay the whole game from season 1, and that's the platinum. Season 2 isn't the platinum, but if I'm going to do season 1, I'll do season 2 just to have like a save to go through to season 3. And the final season, of course, is out this year as well. So I feel like I'm gonna do season 1 to 3 before season 4 drops. If they give me a release date, it'll make it easy because then I'll be like, oh, it's like 3 months off, so I have like time to figure out when to play it or something. Do you like Wolf Among Us?
I'm gonna be honest with you, Dylan.
You hated it, you fucking piece of shit.
I've never finished it.
You fucking piece of shit. I love that game
I've
so much. It
played
got me
2
into
out
the
of 5
comics.
episodes. Played 2 out of 5, and for some reason, never gone back.
It's my
And
favorite Telltale game.
It bugs me, and I think it bugs me for a reason that I think I tried to do it again, but I did this thing where I'm like, no, I need to restart the season, and I finished the second episode, and once again, I never went back for 3, 4, 5. I don't know. Everybody says it's so critically acclaimed, and I should. It'll be what I do in the next month or 2. I'll be playing through Wolf Among Us.
Good. Because, of course, season 2 of that, also 2018, which makes me want to pick up the first season. If they put it on sale on PS4, I will rebuy it and play it again just to like have that going into season 2 because that is my favorite Telltale game. Even though I'm like, the way it ends, I'm like, I don't even know if like your save file is going to matter carrying over. Like, no spoilers, but I'm like, I don't even know if it really matters for that game. But no, Fables is great and it got me into those comics and those. I haven't finished reading all the volumes of the Fables comics, but it was a great comic book too. Well, I was like, what the fuck? How did we get here? I was like, oh, Guardians, right. So I had a love-hate relationship with Guardians. I liked the first episode. I thought was decent. I didn't like the second episode. I didn't like the third episode, and that's why I hadn't played the last 2 episodes for so long. And then I played the last 2 episodes, and I'm gonna be honest, it didn't swing it around to be like amazing, but like by the time the season wrapped up, I was like, I enjoyed that. Like I enjoyed my time more than I was like coming off that 3rd episode, like meh, can't even be fucked anymore. But
I remember, and I don't know if this was correlating with me not enjoying the story. I really disliked the soundtrack for the 3rd episode because Guardians of the Galaxy, the music really resonates with me because that's my kind of music. And whenever Guardians of the Galaxy, the movies have come out so far, I've always found new music because of it that I love.
I think they're trying too hard to.
And then, yeah, the first 2 episodes, I'm like, yes, this is good music. I know the songs, but this is really good music. 3rd episode, I was like, what are they doing right now? And I just haven't gone back. So I probably won't go back until I'm ready to grab it on PlayStation 4.
There's a fucking moment. I don't know if this is a huge spoiler. I don't think it is. But there is a moment in like the 4th or 5th episode where there's an option to chuck out the cassette player in the ship. And I obviously was like, no, that's not happening. I can't remember what character suggests. Like, you at the time, you have to get weight off the ship for some reason, basically. And someone's like, that thing weighs a ton. And I'm like, rather die. Right. But I would like to know, like, if you do click, yeah, chuck it, do they actually chuck the fucking cassette player out of the ship? If so, what the fuck? And that's fucked up.
Ugh. That's going so against canon. I know normally with Telltale, I'm like, you know, these are my interpretation of characters. I like having my interpretation. That's why I hated Game of Thrones so much, because there was no room for that interpretation. Because
I didn't hate Game of Thrones. I'm actually on a weird thing with.
I disliked that because Game of Thrones was in such a set setting and set time frame for where that series was. If you had a character involved from the TV show, you couldn't affect anything with that character.
But apart from
that character was like, yep, nope, they're golden. Like, do you want to try and stab Ramsay Bolton?
It's like,
what's the point?
Yeah, it's like I could try, but this game's apparently canon, so it ain't gonna happen because he doesn't get stabbed. I know
it isn't gonna happen. He never gets stabbed, and I think I played it when we were on like season 5 or 6 of Game of Thrones. So I'm like, nope, that character's still alive in season 6, so I can't do shit with this. Like
the stuff I enjoyed with that one was like I don't remember all the characters' names, and we're never gonna get a second season. But I do remember enjoying some of the family aspect stuff, like with the main family. And there was one scene where one of the family members dies, like in the first or second episode, and there's like this burial scene where they like burn the body or something, and like I found that scene like really, really cool. I remember like saving the video of it and like watching it back because they played like a really cool song over it and everything. I was like, this is really great. But that was when it was focusing on solely the new characters in their confined space. Definitely. And then they take some of the characters and they make them go north of the wall, and then you meet some wildlings and all sorts of things.
That whole north of the wall thing was so weird.
It was weird, but I'm like, I'm enjoying
weird.
This because it's not like I felt like they could kind of do, because it wasn't like wildlings we knew. It's like we can do whatever we want.
The stuff with the second oldest brother, I felt really cool.
Is this the brother off in Brothos or wherever the fuck,
Yeah.
And
that guy
was like the best. Yeah, that stuff was great too, because it was so far away from King's Landing and
it was away from King's Landing. You did run into Khaleesi, but like other than that, you were discovering like you learnt more about those like towns and stuff, and that was something cool. So
that's what I mean when people are like, I fucking hate that series, it's terrible. I'm like, I kind of agree, but I don't, because there was actually some moments I really enjoyed in it. But it doesn't matter because there's no way that season ever gets a second one.
Yeah, definitely.
On to the next plot. How many do I have left? 1, 2, 3, 4. Jesus.
You said you had 10.
Yeah, I got a couple.
4.
Should have got more than that. Black the Fall is like a side-scrolling puzzle story-based game. How long? It says it took me 2 hours 23 minutes to platinum. It is. It's not like Limbo, but I'll describe it as, it's just like a side-scrolling puzzle type thing. It's like you're in you start the game, you're like in mines, and it's like you're being forced to work to mine stuff, and then you escape, and then there's like robots involved, and without spoilers, it does have like a cool story. Whether or not you get it by the end of it, I mean, that just depends on if you're paying attention to it. I played through the whole game with a collectible guide, because you need to find all the collectibles, obviously. You can play through the whole game blind, and there is level select to go back and find them, but you couldn't spoil the story, really, because I'd read, 5 minutes ahead of where I was. It would be like, when you get to the thing where there's like a guard and a gate, look behind the thing and there's a thing there. I'm like, those kinds of guides aren't going to spoil the story for me. Well, they don't for me personally. And I could watch a video guide, that probably would, because all of a sudden they show me what the gate looks like, and the gate could have a cool story moment, blah, 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 blah. Easy platinum. How many fucking 10 golds, 4 silver, 0 bronze, and a platinum, 2.5 hours. But also, cool game. Not a great game. It kind of goes a little bit weird at the end of it, but an interesting game. And I think this is one that I did remember pointing out when we did Every Trophy Counts at some stage during the year. I saw this game pop up, and I saw like the 10 gold and the platinum, and was like, what is that? I got to keep my eye on that. It was on the January PSN sale at the moment for like half price or something. And I was like, yes, I remember mentioning that game. I'm going to download it. Cool. Because I was intrigued by the art style and everything like that. Easy platinum on top of it. Very good. Very nice.
Okay, I'll add that to my list, I think. Sounds good.
2.5 hours. Yeah. That's a good stream one too, I reckon. 2.5 hours.
Okay.
Go for it.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. Sounds good.
You can follow a guide, do that. Minecraft story mode.
No, I don't want to hear nothing.
I'm not saying
Don't wanna-
spoilers.
I don't want to hear
However,
any
I
spoilers.
will say
You've got me excited.
how
for
I
this.
described it, because I started playing this game and I was 3 episodes in. So you need to play 5 episodes. This is a weird Telltale game because there's 5 episodes in the main season pass. 5 episodes. There's a couple trophies where you'll have to like replay a level to make a different choice. It's not like a very simple, just like play through it all trophies unlocked. They fucked up. They added some that you have to make. They actually make you do work for this fucking platinum. A little bit of work.
Damn you,
Yeah,
Telltale!
you fuckers. But it's like there's 5 episodes, and then there was like the extra 3 episodes, but you have to buy that separately unless you brought like the complete edition thing like I did. Weird. Nonetheless, I played through all 8, even though I only needed 5 for the platinum. But I was really enjoying this game, and I've got season 2 already, and I'm excited to play it.
Did you buy it as the pack? You got, like, it was like $20 at the minute.
I already had season 1 for like 6 months. I hadn't started it.
Okay.
I looked at the price of season 2, not on special. I'm like, fuck, I'm not buying it at full price. I'll wait till it's on sale to buy it. And then I'm scrolling through the sale and I see that the season 1-2 pack for like 20 something bucks. I'm like, okay, so season 2 isn't on sale, but there's pack for both seasons. But like I already have the first season, but it's only like, it's still half price of, yeah, I'm buying. So I brought that. Yeah. It was weird.
Yeah,
it was just like a really weird. But no, I won't say any spoilers, but I did message Ciaran like when I was 3 episodes in, and was like, "Have you played this game?" He's like, "No." I'm like, it's kind of reminding me like a weird, like it's reminding me of a D&D quest because it's just got these heroes off to do stuff and blah blah blah. And of course, it's not like a big fantasy world because you do have like the whole elements of Minecraft where you're fighting the zombie thing. I'm not big into Minecraft, which should be a selling point because. Not a huge Minecraft guy. I've played Minecraft for like an hour of my life total, and I still really enjoyed this game. So it's
That was my biggest thing.
Yeah.
That was the biggest thing when it first came out. I was like, it's Minecraft.
Yeah.
I know there's some cool voice actors in it. It's still Minecraft. I'll play it later. Like,
Yeah, Patton Oswalt voices the male version. You get to pick at the start of the game. There's like 6 different variations of clothes and everything, and you can play as either a male or a female. I played as a female, but you can do whatever you want, I suppose. Also, with no spoilers, ready for this. I can't remember if it's the second last or last episode. Something happens. I literally was laying in bed playing this episode. This was 1 a.m. and I put my controller down like, are you fucking kidding me? Because they did something that was like Walking Dead, fucking Game of Thrones. Like, did you really what the fuck? This is like Minecraft, the kids game. You're like tearing at my heart right now. Like, what are you doing? I was like, I couldn't believe it. It was fucking shocking. The 3 extra episodes are like, it's interesting how it's all set up. One of the extra episodes has like this. You end up in they're all like self-contained stories basically. And one of them is you're trapped in like a haunted mansion trying to solve the crime of like people are getting killed off around you and you're trying to figure out who the killer is kind of thing. But all the people in the house are famous Minecraft YouTubers. And they're all voicing themselves. And a couple of them I knew. I'm like I was like, someone started talking. I'm like, oh, that's LD, like I was like showing them like that's LD something lady, like I know her voice from YouTube. It's like, and it comes up and it's like, oh hi such a, and it comes up with a name like it did, and then there's like other guy starts talking. It's like that's that Minecraft British famous dude, and it comes up with his name like it is, and I was like, oh they're actually the YouTubers. Oh, I was like that's cool, like just as a concept to do a whole level kind of designed around that. Interesting. So Minecraft.
Shameless plug quickly. If you are interested in checking out Minecraft Season 1, I will be streaming it this week, Thursday night. After, don't tune in maybe a bit later. Check for times on Twitter because I'll tweet it out because I am playing the final episode of Life is Strange Before the Storm before it. But then I'll start Minecraft off straight away after.
To tell you how much I liked it, I started it on January 2nd. I'd platinumed it. No, I'd 100%ed it on January 3rd.
So
I went hardcore.
So the platinum is only for the 5 episodes,
Yep.
and then the 3 contained ones have their own trophies?
Yep, DLC trophy set.
Yep, cool.
Very easy. All the DLC trophies are just, I think it's only like the first, the second, and maybe the 3rd episode have trophies where you have to like go back and replay the episode or do stuff. And then episodes 4 through to 8 are just like your normal finish the chapter type stuff like that. Next platinum. Steins Gate Zero. It's a sequel to the Steins Gate visual novel game. However, it only takes you like, how long did it take me? 3 hours, 36 minutes. So about half the time that the first game took. Also, you don't have to make barely as many saves, and you can just fast forward through fucking everything. Easy. And the last platinum that I popped only a couple hours ago. Danganronpa, another episode, Ultra Despair Girls, which is the spin-off to the Danganronpa series. It's like a third-person shooter. And I had it on my Vita for ages, and Nick turned me off from playing it like last year, because I was like, I'm going to start that soon. And he's like, it's terrible, I fucking hate it. And I was like, oh, is it?
Why did you listen to him?
I
You
don't
know what
know.
Nick's
Like, I know he's probably wrong, but you know, sometimes like people, you're just like, you're like, oh, I'll start something else. So just come back to it. I didn't hate it. I didn't love it. I like Danganronpa. It's fine. The platinum was easy. How long did it take me? A couple days? Fucking yeah, a couple days. It's whatever. I spent the last couple hours of that game. I needed to fully level up and get enough coins to like buy all the upgrades. So all I was doing was watching the Golden Globes today with my Vita, and I found there's a room where like you kill an enemy and then it'll just respawn over and over and over. So for several hours, all I did was stand there and shoot the same enemy over and over and over for the entire time of the Golden Globes, because that seemed quicker than like having to play through the levels over and over and over while skipping cutscenes and blah, blah, blah. Because it's a Danganronpa game. It has a lot of fucking dialogue in it. A lot. Which the other thing with this, now my problem with this is the last platinum. But it did leave me with another conundrum, which is I have the Danganronpa 1 plat, Danganronpa 2 plat. I've got the Ultra Despair Girls plat now. Now I'm like, oh fuck, do I have to go back on platinum number 3? But that's like 30 hours of work, I think. But fuck. It's just going to annoy me that I have 3 out of 4. So yeah, that's my kickoff. I'm already at 130 out of 169. Don't fucking doubt me.
Oh my god.
Don't fucking doubt me, ladies and gentlemen. Ever.
Never doubted you.
Okay, Ciaran. What are your trophy plans as a non-trophy hunter?
As a non-trophy. So I've already got 5. Like my plats start at 5. I got 5 plats from when I first got PlayStation and got super on board with trophy hunting, and I was like, I like just playing games. But so I've set myself, so I want to be at 30 plats by the end of the year. So that's 25 games. Which, you know, people have already commented that that's more than, you know, other members of our network have done in a year. And I don't think, like, when I was planning it out, because I wrote a list when Dylan and me were talking about it, and when I was planning it out, I'm like, this isn't so bad, because, you know, Tom and Jono and everybody else have already probably got the easy plats. Like, they've got those, you know, those Telltale games.
My name is Mayo.
My name's Mayo, or anything else. So I'm like, I can grab these. I thoroughly love playing LucasArts games. And so there is Grim Fandango and Day of the Tentacle, which guides you can just do with a guide. And the first plat I had of 2018, which I did on the night where we talked about this, which was Full Throttle, which I loved Full Throttle when I was a kid. So I picked it up. We had the conversation in the afternoon about this plat thing, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to do it. I think about an hour later, I screenshotted the shopping cart that I had on the PSN store, when it was like, thanks to the sale, it was only like $90, but it should have been like $200 worth of games, where I'm just like, yeah, I can platinum that. I can platinum that. I can platinum that. I can do that. I can do that. And so, yeah, I did Full Throttle Friday night. So I started at 9. I finished at 12:30, which was long for that trophy, but I had a few problems because there are things. Overall, the list is really straightforward. There's one of the trophies that gave me an issue. There's a bit where you have to go through like 20 to 25 lines of dialogue with one character. You have to just keep going, but the game bugs itself or doesn't realize how many lines you've done or resets itself. And if you get in that loop where you don't pop the platinum pop the trophy, you have to go back and restart the game. And it's only like the first 5 minutes. It's like it takes 5 minutes to get back to that point. But I think I had to go to it, and then I just did a save and kept retrying. It took a while. And then the other bit, stupid goddamn freaking 90s games. and I couldn't remember this when I was a kid, but there's like this destruction derby section where you're in cars and you have to. It's like janky as controls of like bumper cars, and you have to drive around, and all the cars have like perfect aim. Like if you're in that car's area, it's gonna ram you no matter what. And you have to go around. You have to jump off a ramp, and when you jump off the ramp, you land on another car, so the car stalls. And then you have to like janky as shove this car from one side of the stadium to the other to be able to achieve your goal. I don't know how anybody figured this out or how I figured this out when I was a kid. I could probably guess that I got capable Ciaran and my dad to do it.
Sounds like that sounds like the
sounds legit. Yeah. And like it was just so frustrating. I kind of wish I was streaming it because I was getting so angry because it was stuff like, you know, the car stalls and you have to shove the orange car over, but if one of the other cars hits the orange car, it'll start back up and drive away again. And it was just the controls didn't help it, and I wanted to cry. But I got through it in the end, and it was, you know, it's supposed to be you can do that game in an hour if you're good.
Oh, really?
You can do it in an hour. It took me, what, three and a bit because I'm a terrible human being and got unlucky. But it was one of those things where, you know, I don't think the trophy guides are spoiling it for it because it's like, go here, grab this, talk to this person, do this. But you still get the story from it.
Yeah, I want to do all those as well because I enjoy those games. I don't enjoy playing them. But that's the thing. It's like
playing them blind is
playing
so
them
bad.
blind is something I would never do. Playing them with a guide is the only way I'd play those games, which works out perfectly if I want to get a platinum in them. So that I started Grim Fandango. I need to go back and actually finish it. However, I think I played that for like 3 to 4 hours and only got through like Act 1. So you're like
Grim Fandango's the
fucking
largest
long.
of them.
Jesus.
Grim Fandango's huge.
Yeah,
like, that game's really
that's
big.
the hardest thing in that game I know so far from playing it was you have to play the game with tank controls on for the whole game, and that makes it just control like hot fucking garbage because they like fix the controls when they remaster or whatever, but they're like, here, we'll make a trophy to make you just play like where it controls like hot garbage.
Again, like it used to be.
But yeah, it's like playing that game. It's just like half the stuff you have to do for the puzzles and like all sorts of stuff. I'm like, I would not have fun. Like I would just get frustrated and annoyed. And it's just, you got to combine the apple wrench with the monkey key and then put it inside the apple and then give it to the bird monster that's in the, why would anyone think of this? It's like,
yeah, there is some stuff that's like somebody who created these games are clearly like, you know, this is obvious. This is an obvious solution.
Yeah,
like
but
this
not.
is, you know, you don't attach the hose to the tap. You tie it around the tap. So the tap explodes.
Yeah.
You know, you don't do that. You just, come on, guys, think about it. Like, you just, okay, fair enough. And just, the one that annoys me with those kinds of games are the timed events where you have to, like, click on something and then while there's, like, an animation of somebody running away or somebody running over, you have to click on something else, like panic. Like, you have to, like, you know, distract somebody to go right and then you have to run left.
Yeah.
And it's like, the controls do not help it whatsoever. But no, Full Throttle was really good. And I invite, like, if anybody wants to get trophies, play those games because the trophy guides are straightforward. The trophies are really funny. I had, like, you know, I laughed a lot at a lot of the things that it made you do. So either way, I think it's worth a go. And so for the plans going forward, like, what I'm going to do, I'm going to try and... So I'm going to be playing streams on twitch.tv/Explosion Network where I'm going to try and plat games. So this week I'm going to do the Order 1886. That's the
Have you
real
looked
year
up
of that game?
that is the real name of that game. Yeah, so you're going to play it from hard from the start and follow a guide for all the collectibles?
Correct.
Okay.
That's exactly what I'm
Because
doing.
I played through it blind the first time because I was looking forward to that game, and then I had to do a second playthrough on hard.
Yeah.
It's not a very
I'm
hard
gonna
game, though.
Still do the collectibles, so I'll do that. I'm going to start Minecraft this week, as I said, so Minecraft is another platinum that I'll get. I'm also going to try and do, because I'll still have nights where I'm not going to play, I still want to get one platinum offline, like while I'm not streaming each week, just so, because I'm going to play games. There's going to be some games that aren't going to be interesting for me to stream platting, I don't think, where, like, I'm going to redo Life is Strange on my PlayStation. And I've already streamed Life is Strange once on...
Yeah.
within the last 4 or 5 months. So there's not much point. So I'll probably spend a week where I'll do an episode a night getting all the pictures and
I
everything.
feel like at some point, because you haven't finished Before the Storm yet,
No.
we should, I don't know, we should lock off the end of next week's episode maybe as a spoiler cast or
Because I'll do
something.
it before the storm is this week, yeah.
Because I did, this was before I locked in my platinum goals, but after I finished Before the Storm, I was like, fuck, I really want to replay the first season because I enjoyed that game so much. And I was just like, I want to replay the first season now that I've seen more of Chloe, because Before the Storm made me enjoy Chloe a lot more, like that character, where I was like, I want to go replay the first season. And I thought about just doing it on mobile because it was out and it's like $5.
Apparently it plays okay.
Apparently it
plays
okay.
fine.
But then I was like, oh wait, no. I played on PS4. I can play it again on PS3. That's a platinum for free, and I already want to replay it, so fuck it. I looked up the price; it was like $30 or whatever. I'm like, no, fuck that. I'll do it on mobile, and I hadn't brought it yet. And then the January sales or whatever started, and I was like, I wonder if it's on sale. Looked on there, it was like $2, $3 for the season pass on PS3. I was like, well then, buying that.
Would mind if I do?
Yeah. So yeah, I'm looking forward. That's another platinum that's just sitting there. But another one that's like, I'm not replaying it just to replay it to get a plat. Like, I'll be interested to see how, if you enjoy that game, because a lot of people are turned off by the last episode of that. You'll see. I've seen the Twitters, the tweets, the Greg Millers,
Really?
the Jono himself.
Oh, the John Apex.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I did see that, and I haven't. It's really weird that I haven't rushed it. I think it's just because I wanted to stream it because I've streamed the other two, and Nick streamed it the day it was released, so I went, screw it, I'll maybe stream it when. So I was going to do it this week. Yeah. So that's why I haven't done it yet. So yeah, if we want to talk about it next week, we can surely do that.
Sounds good.
Surely. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm actually looking forward to doing plats this year, and being able to talk during every trophy counts and not sit here awkwardly or shit talking.
What are your... So I've got my goal, you've got your goal. Now, I'm not going to be able to keep up this momentum. I also popped a bunch of easy ones like my name's Mayo, fucking whatever, blah, 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 to reach 10 in the first week. However, if I reach 169 like halfway through the year, just so far ahead of schedule, somehow, I was like, oh, what's my backup plan? My B grade thing of like extra goal is to make sure that on PSN profiles, I am in the top 100 people in Australia. Now, when I reach 169, will I be? Maybe, maybe not. To clarify this, I got 10 platinums since the start of the year. I'm looking at PSN profiles right now. It says I've dropped 2 positions since last week.
Oh God, okay.
And I've got 10 platinums this week. So, I mean, it's not in the bag. I'm currently at 111. We can click.
God damn the other podcasts that are doing the exact same thing as us, Dylan.
Let's click. So the dude at 100, or guy or girl.
What position are you currently?
111.
For dates?
I want to be
111s.
100 or 99. I'll take 100.
All right.
The person currently ranked 100 has 193 platinums.
Oh, okay.
To put that into perspective, though, the person at 98 only has 76. They've just played a fuck ton of
They've just played a lot of
games.
games, so they have a lot of crap.
So,
All right.
that is my, like, if I hit 169, then the next thing after that is, like, am I in the top 100 on PSN profiles? If not, then I'll be looking at anything easy trophies. Just, like, that's the next, like, make sure I'm in the top 100. So, if you hit your goal early, like, about halfway through the year or ish, what do you do after that?
Go for another 25.
Really?
50?
If you reckon that's...
Oh, I'll get to 55.
So if
I'll do
you're
another-
in if you're in June,
If I'm in June and I've done my total, I'll try and double it by the end of the year.
I reckon that's possible for you. Do you still have
I
your
think
PS3?
that's doable. I don't think it's like, I think if I was at your level of trophies,
It'd be harder, yeah.
probably isn't as doable. Like, I think for me, my personal goals. are I want to get it, but then also I want to get one or two platinums that I can be proud of. 1 or 2 platinums that I've had to,
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah, I've had to, like, that's why, like, I've got Horizon Zero Dawn on my list, because it's not going to be a quick plat.
but
it's not a hard plat.
like
it's not
ashamed.
Like,
Yeah.
it's not like 10 hours of just nothing and you've got it. I want to, because look, it's going to give me the motivation to actually finish that game because I only played that game for maybe 6 hours. But it'll give me the motivation, and I think I'd like the idea of having plats to be proud of. Like I had, when one of my first 5 is freaking infamous Second Son, and I was really proud of that plat. I was like, for me, as somebody starting off doing plats, I put in a lot of effort for that game. I can't remember what else I've played. I know I've done Until Dawn and stuff. But
My top 2 would be Bloodborne and Rogue Legacy, probably, as like my 2 highest.
Rogue Legacy is legit.
Yeah. Rogue
High five to
Legacy
you for
gave
the Rogue
me
Legacy.
Rogue Legacy. Actually, I legit Rogue Legacy was way harder to platinum than Bloodborne. Like
Yeah,
that's
definitely.
one of I don't know if I've said this on the podcast, but there was one of the, for people who don't know Rogue Legacy, one of my top, I don't know where it would be in like my top games, but it's certainly like top 20, something like that. I absolutely adore
I
that
really
game.
like. I've only played it in short bursts, but
I mean,
the idea of it I find highly impressive. Like the fact that you're going down a family tree with people with different like
skills,
issues and different like skills,
heights and everything. It's like you can start at levels like a normal sized character with like a sword and shield or whatever, and then you respawn. You're like a taller character that's like doesn't jump as well and has like magic abilities. It's like, what the fuck am I doing now? Like it's like,
yeah, or you get some like spastic, like this person is scared of bats or like not good with like, or my favorite one was like one character that everything was inverted.
yeah. I would
Yeah,
would just kill myself.
You kill yourself.
Yeah,
if you're
yeah.
an
Like I would.
inverted one.
There were certain types of characters. It's like I just spawn and they'll be like, nope, and I'll just run into the first enemy, die. It's like
I know
you
there's some
survived.
that are I know there's some that
One
are like
day.
colorblind.
Yeah, the
There's
colorblind one, yeah.
characters and stuff, and that's really interesting how much that changes the game. So
The
my favorite one was there was one I played as that saw enemies that weren't there.
yeah, that's like
That was funny. I thought that was
it's a funny game. It's a great game. But the trophies that struggled the most for me were when you beat the game, you can unlock like these secret boss things, which are basically they're different versions of bosses you fight in the normal game, but they actually give you a certain character type to play as. So whenever you fight the boss, you will always be playing as the same character with the same skills, blah, 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 because it's supposed to be like history fights. It's like one of your ancestors did this fight or something, and you're like replaying them. One of those fights took me, without even exaggerating, 8 to 10 hours straight. I sat here for an entire day just doing the fight over and over and over and over and over. And I somehow, and this is because the game's good, and this is the same as the reason I never threw my controller out of Bloodborne. It's like some games, like I'll die to a fucking random grenade in like Call of Duty or playing. I will not platinum any Uncharted because I fucking hate those games on Crushing because the cheap deaths. It's like, where the fuck did that grenade come from? It's just like, okay, whatever. Like I'm just dead. Bloodborne, Rogue Legacy. It's like I died because I made a boo-boo. Let me retry. I will get better at this game. And you don't get angry because you know it's your fault.
That's the best thing about those types of games, especially like the Bloodborne and Dark Souls and stuff, is that majority of deaths in that game can be explained. Like it's not bullshit. You can instantly be like,
Yeah. My
yeah,
fault.
that's what hit me.
That was my
Yeah, I fucked up. I should have rolled here. I should have dodged, duck dive and dodged.
duck dived and dodged. Apparently,
Duck-dived,
I clicked on PSN profiles just before we wrap up the show. I can't believe we did a full. I had like backup, like if the trophy talk doesn't need to go that long, but I was like, you know what? There you go. Platinum Explosion episode 42 was the first episode where we did like an episode that's just trophy talk. I looked up PSN profiles and like browsed by filters and because they all rank your trophies on here by their system, like ultra rare, rare. And it's usually better to look on their website than like if you look on the actual PSN, because it's like this only tracks people who sync up the PSN profiles, and the only people syncing up PSN profiles are like trophy hunters.
People that matter.
Trophy. You're not the average person who boots up a game for like 10 seconds, goes, nah, take it back to video easy, fuck this. And it's like, well, now they've affected the percentage ranking.
Yeah.
My I have a total of 5 ultra rare platinums. They are Skate 2 and 3.
Okay.
I don't know what was hard about those games. Maybe I was pro because I was a skater back in the day, and I was just like...
He was a skater boy.
Yeah,
He
maybe I
said,
was pro.
"See you
I remember
later,
some of the
boy."
online stuff was hard because you had to actually... Oh, no, I suppose you had to actually be at least decent at the game because you had to win stuff online. Like, so it's like... But I'm a pro skater boy. Rogue Legacy, of course, is one of the ultra rares. Lord of the Rings Conquest.
That's interesting. Okay. I really liked that game.
Yeah.
I remember that game really well. That game I really enjoyed.
You cannot
Had a cool
platinum that
story and
anymore
everything.
because they have shut down the servers.
Yes.
Which may
Yeah.
be why it's considered ultra rare.
Most likely. Anything that's had servers shut down, most likely going to become an ultra rare.
And one I got last year, Tiny Tracks, which has a total of 14 achievers. I wonder what number I was on it. Let's have a look. This is a VR. I reviewed it. Go to Explosion Network. I was the sixth platinum achiever. There you go. Shout out to Tiny Tracks. Okay. And to wrap up the show, because we have been doing fucking... I was about to say, and to wrap up as we usually do, hashtag every trophy counts. We've been doing the whole episode, hashtag every fucking trophy counts. The only time I'm going to talk about the news story this whole fucking episode, Burnout Paradise, is coming.
So excited. So excited.
Why I'm talking about this now is because that game is an easy platinum.
Is it really?
It is an easy platinum. I got the platinum. It's time consuming, sure. It is an easy platinum. It's back in the day on PS3. It was a game that a lot of people were like, "What's the easiest PS3 platinums?" People would be like, "Terminator Salvation, Hannah Montana," blah, blah, and then like just up from those sorts of games would be like Burnout Paradise, because it's mostly just like trophies and stuff where it's like you've driven a kilometer, like total amount of distance, or like, and it's like you need to knock down a certain amount of billboards, but none of the trophies were like older billboards. It was just like
X amount
of them,
yeah.
and you could just look at a map and find billboards, jumps, go over them. Also, it was a great game, so
Had an awesome soundtrack.
or it did have an awesome soundtrack. So that's exciting to have come out. I presume they'll come with all the DLC, which I don't think I played when it was on PS3.
All the motorbikes and stuff.
All the motorbikes and stuff like that. There's a game called Inner Space that's popped. I have no idea what it is. It has a platinum, 10 golds, and 2 silvers. It has a bunch of trophies that say, like, encounter this person, encounter this person, encounter this person, collect your first relic, blah, 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 blah. These all read like easy as fuck trophies of some, like, story-based thing. I don't know. Keep your eye on that, ladies and gentlemen. 10 gold, 2 silver, 2 bronze. That screams, let me have a fucking look at that, please. There's another game here. Sword of Fortress. What the fuck does that say? Sword of Fortress. The On Museum. I fucking don't know.
Old man Dylan Blight on his PSN profile.
Fucking, I know. 1 platinum, 10 gold, 3 silver, 1 bronze. Bunch of trophies that just say destroy boss something, destroy boss something, destroy boss. All of the trophies just say destroy boss X. So if the game is simply beat the bosses in the whole game, then that's easy. So add that to another, that looks easy, list, thingamajig. Dragon Sinker is a, like, throwback
Bit of a
RPG, pixel art, something or other game. Platinum, 6 gold, 10 silver, 14 bronze. However, it looks fairly easy. It says different endings for silver trophies. If there's a guide, all of these trophies look very much attainable depending on the length of the game. I don't actually know how long it's going to be. They got one of these arcade Atari Flashback Classics Volume 3s out. I think it's next week or this week. Platinum, 7 gold, 9 silver, 4 bronze. Depending on what games are in it, because I'm not exactly sure, and how hard they are, that is 7 gold, 9 silver, 4 bronze. And if because these Atari collection things are just like the Sega Mega Drive thing, it's like, are the games in it easy? If they are, then the platinum's easy. Or do you enjoy playing them? Sure, okay. The Coma is out soon. I know all it has is gold. 11 gold, 1 bronze, 1 platinum. 11 gold, 1 platinum. Story-based pixel art, like murder mystery thingamabob, which basically means once someone writes a guide, you have yourself a platinum, because it's all decision-based stuff. It's like you have to do the right decisions to make sure but it doesn't matter. Someone will write a guide, follow that, there's a thing. And the last one, because I went through the last 3 weeks to pick out the most important ones. Tiny Metal. 1 gold, 1 platinum, 10 gold, 3 silver, 1 bronze. It's like a arcadey shooter thing, like turn-based tactical shooter thing. And most of the trophies are like win this amount of ranks, rank up this many times, blah blah blah, complete the game, complete this level on New Game Plus. I'm like, okay, well if the game's not like super hard turn-based shooter, that's an easy trophy list. And that is, as we'll say, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Fucking
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
a wrap. I hope you enjoy it. I'm quite enjoyed the fact that it took 42 episodes, and I finally did. With all fucking people, Ciaran. Of all
bud.
fucking people,
Hey.
you were here for the full. It wasn't Thomas,
No.
because you would have thought, if I was like, if we made a prediction like Dylan, it's like, who would you think would be on the episode that is nothing but trophy talk? I bet you anything everyone would have been like, Tom. And you would have been right. However, you're not right, because it was Ciaran somehow.
Hi. Sorry to ruin your dreams.
So yeah, keep it locked to the podcast. We'll keep you updated. Watch twitch.tv/Explosion Network for the trophy streams. Keep it locked to the end of each episode of Platinum Explosion. # every trophy counts. We'll keep you up to date and give you a yes or a nay, or that was hard, that was easy. Talk about the platinums that we're popping, pop each week. And yeah, don't forget to follow us on Twitter. I forget how you even do the show. Where do people follow you, Ciaran?
People can find me at twitch.tv/Explosion Network and on Twitter at your boy Ringo. See you there, folks.
You can follow me on Twitter at Vivaladil, Vivaladil. You can follow the show at Explosion Pod, and head over to explosionnetwork.com for all the other beautiful content. I like trophies.
The beautiful content.
Black.
Hey, it's Ashley here to let you know what you can expect from the Explosion Network in January. Feeling nostalgic for 2017 already? Then you should check out the Explosion Network's Best of 2017 Top 10 lists over at explosionnetwork.com. We'll let you know the best games, movies, TV, and more from last year. Got some disposable income that's burning a hole in your pocket? Then why not spend it on some sweet Explosion Network merch? Head over to designbyhumans.com/shop/Explosion Network. Pick up a shirt, or a mug, or a hoodie, or even a sticker. They're all things that you can buy on the shop and they mail out to you. It's crazy. Of course, our weekly shows continue. Pleasure Explosion Mondays, Platinum Explosion Tuesdays, and Grandstand Gurus Thursdays, each at 12 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Savings Time. Catch our live streams on twitch.tv/Explosion Network and keep your targets locked on explosionnetwork.com for all our explosive content. Plat. Sound effects. I don't know how to end this ad read. Good luck editing this, Dylan.